I haven't been acting long at all. I'm a brand new actor. I've been interested in acting forever. I did the proverbial school plays when I was a kid. I used to run around like a little idiot entertaining my parents and their friends. So I guess I've always had the acting bug but never really acted upon it. And so I went off into a different path, got a degree in microbiology, so I'm a scientist, and ended up in public health, which I've been in the past 25 years. So my career path has been totally different or opposite from acting, but I lived in Chicago for 6 years and I made some friends with some actors. And so they rekindled my interest for acting. So I took a couple of acting courses while I was up there, took a voiceover class as well. And then I came back down to South Carolina where I'm from, couldn't find anything there, so started looking around here and ended up here auditioning for, not auditioning, but landing a role with Shadow Girl. So don't have that much experience, but my enthusiasm and interest is there, and hope to get some more roles as we move forward. My acting process is evolving even as we speak. I guess what I'm doing now is I try to learn the lines as well as I can, try to understand the character, understand the character's role or motivation, motive in the play or in the film. So that's pretty much where I've gotten so far. So we'll see how that goes. I've always kind of liked the classic actors like Humphrey Bogart, Clark Gable, Cary Grant. All these old, very seasoned, wonderful actors have always been interesting to me. More contemporary, of course, Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson is super. I liked the previous guy's answer. He talked about some of the secondary characters, the background characters, I guess, if you will. Those are some very good actors, even though you don't maybe know their names. So it runs the board, but I kind of have a favor for the more classical actors and leading men, so to speak. I would really like to play a bad guy against my type, because I mean everybody perceives me as such a goody two-shoes, a good guy, and if I were to play the lead villain in some role and people would see that, they would be shocked and awed and amazed that even I would even think about doing that. So I would like to play a Gary Oldman type of character who would be the villain in a movie or a film. Well, I've had a career in public health, and we can be pretty creative in that because there's a lot of opportunities. I've done a lot of different things over my career, from managing grants to recruiting physicians to inspecting waste treatment plants. So as much creativity as you can muster for those jobs, that I've pretty much done that. I have done some work behind the camera. I've directed a couple of short plays that were filmed. I've got a good friend in South Carolina who is a playwright, and so I've worked with her to put her plays on film. So I've done that. I've done some editing. So that's my experience behind the camera, and I love that as well. My inspiration for becoming an actor was at my age. First-time actor at my age was a gentleman who used to go to my church in South Carolina, in Columbia. And he retired from 40 years of teaching school. And so after he retired, he just didn't know what to do with the rest of his life. And so he just kind of piddled around for about a year. And somebody said, you should try out for this play that they're having. They had like a grandfather role that they thought he would fit nicely. So he tried out for it and got the role and did really great. Everybody loved him in that role, so that opened up a lot of doors for him. He got to play senior citizens and grandfathers and like authority figures in like local TV commercials and a couple of short films that they were producing in South Carolina. This is back in the 80s, and so he kind of had a second career after his teaching career. So and I got to know him, and he was just a wonderful man, and he eventually died, but he did quite well after he taught for all that time, and he really enjoyed it. So I'm kind of like, well, I'll be retiring at some point, so maybe I could, you know, develop enough skills that maybe somebody would cast me as a grandpa or somebody.